Hello and welcome to the Lake District Yogi. I'm Kat. Today's session is going to be short but very sweet. We're going to just move the entire body, bring in a little bit of balance, bit of strength, bit of core work, the whole package in a little short amount of time. So without further ado, we are going to start in child's pose. So remember, there are many ways you can find your way into child. We don't always have to have our arms reaching far ahead. We will do in a moment because we're moving from here into something else. But initially, if you want to bring your hands round to your feet, that can be a really soothing way to start in child. Or have the arms forward but bend the elbows a lot. Place the forehead down. That can just create a sort of really soft way into your child. If you want to reach the arms forward, then obviously do so. And if you want to go into an additional stretch, you can come up onto your fingertips. And whichever one you choose, settle in, let the hips sort of wriggle back to the heels and then find stillness. Place the forehead down. And just take a couple of really nice grounded breaths here. Maybe a little smile to yourself. You've made it to your yoga mat. Things are only going to get better from here. And connect with that breath. I was going to say reconnect with the breath. If you're already connected with your breath, amazing. But if you're doing this at the end of a long, hectic day, there's every chance you've not really thought about your breath at all. We often don't till we need to, till we're out of breath or running for a bus. So connecting with your breath right from the get-go. And letting that breath become soft and smooth and slow. And just let your body settle into presence here. Let everything go and just find a feeling of peace here, if you can. And then if you haven't already, slide your arms forward. And then keeping the hands where they are, kind of glued into the mat, start to lift the hips. And then send the weight forward of the wrist. You can close the knees a little bit at this point if you want. So send the weight forward of the wrists. See if you can let the hips just drip down towards the earth. Press into the hands. Send the hips back. You can keep the toes tucked. It gives a nice little toe stretch as well. And then just find this little flow. So coming forward into up dog. And then back into this active child. Just starting to warm up the spine, the wrists. And finding that connection of breath with movement now. So we've found our breath and we've become really intimately attached to our breathing. And now we're adding in movement. So we're connecting our breath very, very closely to our body. So we'll do one more like this. This time when you come forward into up dog, you can stay here. Press firmly into the hands. Let the heart shine forward a little. And then if it feels okay, but go in easy because this is quite intense on the lower back. So go in gently. You can activate the legs and lift the knees and find this kind of hanging cobra. I've heard it called hanging cobra, which I quite like. And then soften the knees back down if you had them lifted and find your way to all fours. So looking for our wrists under our shoulders, our knees under our hips. And without moving, just pause here. So feel into your hands, the pads of the fingers, the heel of your hand. Feel into the knees, the tops of the feet. Start to lightly engage that core, just drawing in the lower belly. And take a couple of really centered breaths here, just feeling your connection to the earth. And then we'll go into a little balance. So we're going to send our right arm forward and our left leg back. And then even more so now, just start to draw in that lower belly. Find your gaze point, your drishti. Find that equal and opposing movement of reaching forward with the fingers and back with the foot. It can be pointed or flexed. Feel that core really starting to light up. Okay, bring the hand down and then tuck the toes of the back leg, so the back leg is long, and lift up into three-legged dog. So send the right leg back. You might need to adjust your left foot a little. You can keep a little bend in the leg. And then come forward, bring your right knee to your right elbow. So into a sort of plank, but with your knee to your elbow. Push back to three-legged dog. Right knee to left elbow. So adding in a little twist here. Hold, really hug that knee up to the chest. Send the foot back. Right knee to nose. Drop the head. Send it back one more time. And then find pigeon. So bring the knee between the hands or closer to the right thumb. And then stay up nice and high in this pigeon. If you're really collapsing on that right bum cheek, you can always pad something under there. Just grab a cushion or a rolled up blanket or something. If you can, hold yourself up. Take a breath, recenter yourself. And then start to bend the elbows, come forward a little and bring the hands wider than your mat, elbows up. And then let the chest come down. The forehead can touch the mat or maybe it hovers. Next in-breath, press into the fingers and lift back up. As you breathe out, fold forward. Inhale, press into the hands, lift up. Exhale, fold forward. One more like this. And then come back up, bring the hands back flat. Find that lift, let that heart shine forward. Tuck the toes and then step back to a downward dog. And then pedal out the feet, but feel into the backs of the legs. One may feel very different from the other. And then bend the knees, come back to an all fours. And we'll do that on the other side. So set yourself up first, then send the left arm forward and the right leg back. Draw that lower belly in, find your gaze point. And then bring the left hand down, tuck the toes with that long leg at the back, and then lift up into three-legged dog. Sorry, plant. With the left leg high. Feel your way in here. If it feels good on the back of the right leg, start to ease the heel down towards the ground, but you feel into that because maybe it's more sensible for you to have a bend in that right leg. Okay, we'll start to flow. So take a breath in. As you exhale, bring that knee to your left elbow. Feel that strength in your arms. Press back to three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Inhale, lift it high. Exhale, knee to nose, drop the head. Inhale, lift it up. And then find your way into pigeon on this side. So again, you can pad under this hip if you need. Keep the hands nice and high to start with. And just let the heart shine forward. Find that little micro lift through the heart. Take a grounded breath. And then slowly come forward, bringing the hands out to the side. Bring the forehead down. Next, inhale, lift, just peel up any amount. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, peel yourself back up. Exhale, fold forward. On your rhythm and on your breath, inhaling to lift, exhaling to fold. Lift back up, bring the hands to either side of you. Just take another breath here, letting that heart shine. And then tuck the toes and step back to downward dog. Pedal out the feet. Take an inhale, roll forward into plank. And then either bend the knees and come straight back to down dog, or move through your flow. Knees down or up. And then back to down dog. Okay, we're going to step our right foot between our hands, so send it out behind you first if that helps. Find your balance, lift up into your high lunge. And with every out breath, feel that grounding feeling of breathing your energy down through the feet and into the earth. Take a breath in. As you exhale, cactus the arms, shine the palms forward, shine the heart forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, lift. One more time with some resistance. Draw the elbows down. Shine the palms forward. Bring the hands to frame the front foot and straighten the front leg into long pyramid. This is a great place if you have blocks to put on either side of your foot. Fold. Maybe lifting with the in-breath. Folding with the out-breath. Okay, then rebend that front foot. Press into the earth, come back up into our lunge. And then open to the side. Parallel the feet. Bring the hands to the hips and we'll find a wide leg forward fold. So when you're ready, hinging from the hips, come forward. And when you're here, you can either release the hands. This is another great place for blocks if you have them, or you can touch the floor. You can find any version of this. You may want to hold your legs or your feet. And then we'll undo this. So if you're all the way down, bring the hands to the floor, then to the hips. Engage the core, activate the legs to come back up. Turn back to our high lunge, so swivel onto the back toes. And then bring the hands down, step back to downward dog. And again, either stay here or move through into plank. Then from plank, you can go straight back to down dog, bending the knees, or move through your vinyasa. Choice is always yours. Beautiful. Okay, we'll send the left leg through between the hands, so bend, hold it out behind you first. if that helps. Sometimes it really helps with that bit of momentum. Find your balance, lift up into our high lunge, find your gaze point, and settle. Settle your body, settle your mind, settle your breath. Okay, take a breath in, and as you exhale, cactus those arms with some resistance. Press the palms into that invisible wall. Inhale, lift. Exhale, draw the elbows down. Inhale, lift. One last time. Keep the legs strong and active. Lift up. Bring the hands to frame the foot and straighten the front leg. Finding long pyramid. And then find any amount of breath movement here that feels good. Remember to use your blocks here if you need. And then gently bend into the front foot, sweep the arms back up into our high lunge. Turn the feet, parallel them, bring the hands to the hips. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, moving from the hips, find your forward fold. You might need to readjust your feet. Your hands can come to the floor or fingertips. Hands can come all the way through between the legs. There are so many variations of this, so just find the end point that works for you. And take a couple of breaths here. And then to come out of it one step at a time. Hands to the hips. Come all the way up. Swivel on those back toes to our high lunge. Nice and strong and engage through the legs and engage through the core. Bring the hands down to frame the front foot and step back into downward dog. And then remember, options are all yours. Stay here, roll forward and then straight back. Knees down and cobra or chaturanga, and then upward dog. And then come back to your downward dog. We'll just stay here for a couple of breaths, so bend the knees if you need, a little or a lot. Pressing into the earth with the hands, moving that weight back if you can. And then we'll make our way to a seat. So you can bend the knees and swing them around to the side, or you can bend the knees and hop through, however it works for you. And we'll let the legs come long. Okay, so again, feeling all that contact with the earth. Sometimes I like to put my hands on either side of my hips and press and really, consciously feel for that connection with the earth. So pressing in the Dandasana staff pose just for a couple of moments. And then we'll move into our Paschimottanasana, absolutely without a doubt my favourite yogic word. So we're going into a forward fold. So if you would like, you can lift the arms overhead and then come forward. Makes it really obvious where you reach, and then you can bring the hands down. Or if you'd rather, you can walk the hands forward. And what we're always looking for here is to keep that beautiful heart lifted a little. So although this is a forward fold, it's not really about rounding the spine and getting everything to our knees. It's about hinging and keeping our heart nice and lifted. So your hands may be on your shins or your thighs, sides of your feet, maybe your big toe. And then take a breath here and just land here. I think this is one of the key poses where initially there may be a little bit of resistance. either mentally or physically from your muscles. And you don't need to stay here that long, in my experience, before things start to settle a little and suddenly there's a bit more space and a bit more movement. Remember as well that you just don't have to have the legs straight. You can always bend them. You can put something soft underneath them, a rolled up blanket or a pillow. It's about making this really accessible for you and your body. And very, very slowly let yourself come back up. Or find a cross-legged seat. Right, next in-breath, sweep your arms overhead. Moving into a twist, left hand to right knee, right hand behind. Find that connection with the earth again, lift tall and then turn. Keep the left hand on the knee, lift the right arm high. Lean over that left knee, bring the right arm alongside the ear. Find that delicious right side body stretch. And then come back up, both arms overhead. Move into a twist to the left, so right hand to our left knee, left hand behind. Grow tall and then turn. Keeping that hand where it is, lift the back arm. Lean over to the right. So feeling into this stretch in the left waist and the left side body this time. Come all the way back up. Bring the hands together. And then close the eyes and slowly, slowly, with tenderness, bring the hands all the way down to the heart. And gently open your eyes. Thank you so much for joining me for that short and sweet little flow. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know, and there will be more coming soon. So from my heart to yours, from my home to yours, thank you for practicing with me, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.